This your boy Ty Data coming back. I don't know what's going on with the last live stream. I don't know how to explain it. It was some pretty weird stuff. I'm not a real conspiracy theory, but yeah, something weird definitely happened to the live stream. It cut out at like 18. It cut out at like 18 minutes or something like that. Um, so I'm just gonna keep going. I noticed I didn't get an alert this time either. I didn't get an alert. So many people might not have got alerts, but I guess we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we gotta do what we gotta do. So
I didn't get an alert either.
you didn't get an alert either. Can you find it?
No. Oh yeah, I'm on it right now.
Okay. Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second, fam. Hold on. Okay. So hopefully we are going. Now it look like we're going. And now I have another guest. I have a 1-year-old. Yeah. But it's all good. We're gonna have to make this work. This getting out. So now where I believe I left off at is um I was explaining the theory. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use mathematics to basically the math is gonna speak for itself. So despite my opinion, despite my jokes or any little smart little comments I got, at the end of the day, the math is gonna have to speak for itself. And so it's very important that you use math when you're doing your so-called research or you're doing your so-called theories or whatever you're doing. Most people don't use math because math is their kryptonite, because because their philosophy and their information is very opinionated. It's very heavy opinionated, and it lacks mathematics. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down the mathematics of the evolution theory and also the outer Africa theory, because they go hand in hand. And so we're going to do the mathematics. Now I do want to say some of this information that the people was teaching is very harmful to the community, because it's coming in, it's like it's coming in the form of black power, and it's coming in the form that the black woman is God, and it's almost as like it's uplifting. But when you actually put math to the theories or whatever, it doesn't really hold up. Now, what makes a theory fact, and what is something that is very difficult. But because some people they cling on to their theories so much, and they believe their theories so much that it becomes fact, and they can no longer think of anything else. So if something comes up, and instead of saying, oh well, it dropped from the sky, or aliens did it, or coming up with another reason, they always have to resort to their so-called fact, and they can't think of nothing outside the outer Africa theory, because the outer Africa theory has became their fact. And so and they're using their so-called fact in the name of the black woman is God, and in the name of and also in the name of black power. They're using these theories, and they don't understand, but I'm pretty sure they understand. Now somebody says,
hold on for a second.
what are you teaching
just
is harmful.
let's
Get
just
to the
let's
math.
just let's just
um
talk. Hold
the
on for a
theory
second.
is not a fact.
You
Yeah, but
For one,
anyway,
I think the people should check out the Christian Black codes.
it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Check
because
check out the check. Hold on for 1 sec. Check out the Christian Black codes, because the thing about it is, I'm still trying to find black land. I'm still trying to find what do you call it? In order for you to have, say, black power or white power, I'm still trying to find white land. I'm trying to find black land. I'm
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
it's cool.
find like
It's cool. Now we ain't gonna
Blackatania.
now we ain't gonna hit it with no facts. We just gonna do the math. And so yeah. Theory is just an opinion. That's two guys got together and had an opinion, and then
Hmm.
they just had some people to agree. And it's and but the thing is that when your opinion is very widespread, when people at Harvard teach your opinion, when you have thousands of books and doctors with PhDs regurgitating your opinion, to some people, that opinion becomes fact to them, and they can no longer think outside of that opinion. And this is very dangerous to our community because they're teaching it in the form of black power, and they're teaching it in the form of the black woman is God. So it's very is very harmful to the community. And so
Well,
what
I love my people. I love my people, right?
right,
But like I
right.
said,
And so let's
we
go ahead and get into the math and go. So
okay.
in
Well,
order to
it
get
says
to the math, I have to tell the story of evolution first. So we're going to get a little visual, and we're going to tell the story of evolution. But family, won't you go ahead and go in for a little bit while give me a couple
okay.
seconds, okay? And then when I
Well,
come back, we're
it
going
says
ahead and do the story of evolution.
let's see. It says the bones of the oldest near complete human skull ever found in Britain. Experts tested DNA taken from bone powder by drilling a hole through the skull. It shows there was a 76% chance that Cheddar Man was dark or black. Scientists behind the test used says it is important to be certain of this fact. Cheddar Man may not have been dark or black skin after all. Last month, researchers claimed that they had been able to accurately reconstruct the face of the first Brit based on DNA and uh, sensational. Okay, this here DNA that revealed he was black skin and blue eyes. But now one of the main scientists who had helped create the reconstruction of the 10,000-year-old face says he may not have been black at all. Geneticist, and this is Sean Welsh, right? Of the Indiana University, or yeah, Indiana University, University of Indianapolis, right? He says that we simply don't know his skin color. Now, the thing about it is that if you once that's 10,000-year-old bones, okay, how are they going to know the skin color? How are they going to know the eye color or the skin color or any of that stuff? You're telling me DNA can tell you through bones what color you are? Okay. While the computer model is a black portfolio or a black profile, DNA testing is not advanced enough to say for certain. See, they're even saying that their DNA has is not advanced enough, right? So they show a skull of what do you call it? Well, a brother with blue eyes and long black curly hair. So it looks more like, I would say, an East Indian dude. The first ancient Brit may have been white after all. Now, how could they tell if they just said that their DNA testing is not advanced enough, right? And then when you see the other picture of the Cheddar Man that has a lighter skin color, right? They're two different people. So one was the University of Massachusetts now, Massachusetts. Before DNA testing were available, despite him, despite depicting him with white skin. Now, this is just like Daily News. I just picked this out of Daily News, right? Just to see the difference between the two Cheddar Man. Now, if one university does one reconstruction and the other university does another reconstruction, they should actually have two reconstruction that looks similar. When you look at the face, it looks like two different faces. Now let's do the math, right? Let's say 100 years is one lifetime of one human being. Okay?
Okay, hello, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. I might have to go in and out. So
it's all good.
So that was just opinion. You know what I'm saying? Opinion is different than crunching the numbers. So we would
No. That's not the opinion. I was just reading the article.
Oh, okay. So he was reading an article, but we're gonna get into that first. Now, what you're looking at is the first 3D model of Cheddar Man. Now, Cheddar Man is a skull or something they found in Britain. Now, understand, I don't claim to be no teacher and I don't claim to be no scholar. So feel free to correct me at any time if you want to. But when we get to the math, there's not going to be any need. So he's a man found in Britain, and so they're actually
but,
been.
Hold on for a second. This is my question.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and go through it. Now there actually been two versions of Cheddar Man. What we're actually looking at the second version. The Cheddar Man is actually old, but just recently they have painted him a dark skin complexion, and this is why he began to go into the news. But there's two different Cheddar Mans. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to just a little small article, nothing too fancy. Cheddar Man is all over the place. And so we're just going to talk a little bit about both Cheddar Mans, because this is our point for us to get to the mathematics, and we have to tell the story of evolution in order to put it to the math. And so now
hold on. In the chat, there's a Corey Brown.
Go ahead.
Now he basically says that Daily News is like I think he thinks Daily News is a joke. All I did was just check out Daily News. I've basically gone and tried to find the article or tried to find
he's in the chat room. What do you say?
He's in the chat room and he's like, Daily News? Really? Daily News?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I say, we have to do the math, family. And they're used to these.
The thing is, he does.
They're used to these YouTube personalities. You see, we're not a YouTube personality. We're not professional YouTube personalities. We're not part of a fraternity. We don't have a master teacher. We don't have a boss. And so you have to listen to the numbers.
We're just two guys just talking.
Right.
We're just two guys talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've hold on for a sec. I'm just realizing there's two pictures. All I did was go check out the two pictures. Ty called me today and just said, "Hey, listen, I want. Have you ever heard of Cheddar Man?" So I was like, "Okay, let me go check it out. If I'm gonna go, I'll go check out different articles." And I seen the different pictures. They're all the same pictures of two Cheddar Man, right? I checked out a whole bunch of articles. I just picked. This is just Daily News. Who cares who knew which news it is? But one is the University of Indianapolis. The other one is University of Massachusetts. Now, both of these universities did a reconstruction of Cheddar Man, the oldest Brit. Okay. Now, I haven't seen the Cheddar Man from Britain, because there should be a reconstruction from a British university. You see what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying, Ty?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I just want to go ahead and get into it because this is my second time doing this. And so, yeah, this is my second time doing this.
Your mic's not working. Your mic's not working.
I'm sorry. Yeah, see, I just want to go ahead and get to it because this is my second time doing this. They just cut off the first one. And so I just want to go ahead.
Okay, so let's do the math.
So
right, this is just two guys talking and just trying to do a simple addition.
Right, right. We're just
Okay.
doing simple division in addition and nothing too hardcore yet. And so this
Okay.
right here,
So
this right
let's
here
look
is
at
the
this. Let's look at this.
hold on.
One lifetime.
No, 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 no. Let's not do the math yet. Let's tell the story first, and then let's do the math. Okay. So this is the first Cheddar Man. It says a previously reconstruction of Cheddar Man by the University of Massachusetts before DNA testing were available depict him with white skin. So that's the first.
No, that's the second
That's
Cheddar Man.
huh?
That's the second Cheddar Man. That's the second Cheddar Man. The first Cheddar Man is black.
No, no. It says it says the previous. That's the previous one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the previous one. And then they have this one. Right. Then they have this one. It says the first ancient Brit may have been white after all. According to research who says claims he has dark to black skin are not that simple. Although it is possible Cheddar Man may have been dark skinned, it is impossible to be certain, they say. So here you go right here. You got two different reconstructions and you got two totally different people. So now let's tell a story of evolution really quick. Now, according to evolution,
How comes they don't look alike?
huh? What?
How comes they don't look alike?
Right. We don't even care at this point. We just want to do the math on the evolution. We'll worry about that later. So, according to evolution,
Corey Brown just talking. You're misleading the community. You're misleading the
okay,
people.
well, let the
I'm not
math do it.
misleading.
Let the math do the goddamn work. Okay, let the math speak for itself. Okay, let's do some math.
All right.
Okay, we're doing math. If you know how to add, subtract, do division, and then you mislead yourself. Okay, so let's do this math. Don't worry about that, man. Let's get this shit over with. So,
All right.
according to the evolution theory, this little monkey
10,000
man,
years.
right? This little monkey man came up and he turned into a big monkey man. And so we're not gonna do the math on them two because it's no use because it's not part of the point that we're talking about. And so at some point this monkey creature popped up in Africa. And then it became an actual African. So the little monkey man became a big monkey man, and the big monkey man became an actual African. As you can see right here, the African with the plate in his face. Now you notice a lot of people don't like to talk about these type of Africans. They like to fantasize. They like to cherry pick the best part of Africa, the Egypt and the North Africa and stuff like that. But don't nobody want to, because these are still our brothers and sisters. And so these are still our brothers and sisters, but don't nobody want to represent them. Don't nobody want to put that face on a t-shirt. Don't nobody want to claim them. You see, everybody want to claim the Egyptians and all that. And so at some point this African became this European at some point. And so because of the weather. Now because of the weather he became this European. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off Cheddar Man for a second, and then I'm going to go into the map. Now this is supposed to be the map. I guess it's supposed to be accurate. It's as accurate as we can get. And so we're going to do the math. Now, according to them, 130,000 years ago, the African, which is the one you see in the right corner, had walked out of Africa and went up to Europe. Now 40,000 years ago, this African had entered the Ice Age, and due to the ice age, because of the air in the ice age and the air in European, the African had developed elongated nose, and and also his hair became lowered down to protect his neck because he was in lowered because of it was. Okay. 1 second.
You cut out, eh? Are you cut off again? Corey Brown. We don't come from monkeys, brother. Well, that's a fact. Everybody knows that. Darwin is an idiot. Yeah, we know about gene splicing. CRISPR, anybody can do it in the garage. Ty, at the moment, it seems like it's having technical difficulty. Okay, let's see. Corey Brown. Let's see what is wrong. You got it wrong. This is their opinion. We're just reading what they say.
Yeah, sorry about that, family. I'm back. Yes, sorry about that. So now, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that. So
it's called Indian Shuttle.
yeah, so according to the theory, let's just go ahead and get to the math really quick. So according to the theory, this white man up here, basically the African right here had became this this white man, and it was due to an ice age. Because of the ice age and because of the cold weather, the African had developed a elongated nose because the wind was the air was more thinner and more colder, so he had to protect his lungs or nostrils or something like that. Also, his hair began to grow and to get hair. Hold on. And also his hair began to grow and over his body to protect him from the cold because it was an ice age. Also, his pineal gland became calcified because of the cold climate. Basically, he lost his melanin and ability. He lost his melanin. To produce melanin. And his ability to produce melanin because of the cold weather. Now, and so now what we finna actually do is finna actually get into the math, and we finna break the mathematics of this down and how this so-called happened, and things like that. Now, so I'm gonna bring Cheddar Man back on the screen. This is a 3D version of Cheddar Man. Now, what we're going to break down is we're going to break down when the African became the European, and when the European became Cheddar Man, and when white people became white people. We're just going to do the math on that. So how this works is let me just put one thing straight. One, we were never monkey people. Okay. No, we're not doing facts. We're not doing facts. Well, all we're doing is just the math. Let's just do the math, and then we can save the opinion, and we can say
facts. This is not opinion.
I know.
There was a little monkey.
I know, but we can deal with the facts later. Right now, I know it's hard for you to just go off this bullshit, but right now, what we're doing, we're just going off with what they say. We're going off what they're saying. That's it. We're not putting no spin on. We're just going off what they say. That's all. And then we're just going to put the math to it. Let's just keep the opinions or whatever to the side. We can do all that later. So we're going to do the math on the African turning into the white man. Now, to understand how the African became white, is first thing you need to understand is you need to be able to understand the ice ages. I also have a little video pulled up as well, so we're going to go through this little video, and they're going to kind of explain a little bit on how the African became a white man due to the weather patterns. Due to the weather patterns in Europe. So let's go ahead and hear it from them a little bit. It's 4 minutes and 22 seconds. We probably not even gonna watch the whole thing, but let's just see what they got to say really quick.
The myriad of skin tones and eye colors that humans express around the world are interesting and wonderful in their variety. Research continues on how humans acquired the trait they now have and when, in order to complete the puzzle that is our ancient human history. Now, a recent analysis by anthropologists suggests that the light skin color and the tallness associated with European genetics are relatively recent traits to the continent. An international team of researchers is headed by Harvard University's Dr. Ian Matheson put forth a study at the 84th annual meeting of the American Association of Physical Anthropologists recently. Based on 83 human samples from Holocene Europe as analyzed under the 1000 Genomes Project, it is now found that for the majority of the time that humans have lived in Europe, the people had dark skin, and the genes signifying light skin only appear within the past 8,000 years. This recent and relatively quick process of natural selection suggests to researchers that the traits which spread rapidly were advantageous within that environment, according to the American Association for the Advancement of Science. This dramatic evidence suggests modern Europeans do not appear as their long ancient ancestors did. Scientists do not specify in the study why the genes were favored and spread as quickly as they did, but it is suggested that vitamin D absorption likely played a role. Ancient hunter-gatherers in Europe also could not digest milk 8,000 years ago. The ability to do so only came about 4,300 years ago. Paleoanthropologist of Pennsylvania State University notes that people in less sunny climates required different skin pigmentations in order to absorb and synthesize vitamin D. The pale skin was advantageous in the region, as well was the ability to digest milk. Natural selection has favored two genetic solutions to that problem, evolving pale skin that absorbs UV more efficiently or favoring lactose tolerance to be able to digest the sugars and vitamin D naturally found in milk. This new research follows related studies on...
Okay, yeah, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing. But basically what they were saying is that, because of the environment that because of the environment, they had genetic traits and they couldn't digest milk or whatever. But that has nothing to do with it, but just because of their environment. So they're dealing with evolution, and so the environment and the climate had changed this African that you see on the screen to this man here. Now before so let's just do the math on that really quick before we get into the last segment. So now let's do some math on the Ice Age, huh?
Okay, one second. I need to let you know and let the people know that everywhere you go in the whole entire planet, it was dark,
family. We know that, man. We're not doing any facts. We're not doing any opinion. We're not facting right now. All we doing is just going by what they say. That's it. I know it's very hard for you to do, family.
Why do we keep using their freaking
because
words?
I'm telling their story.
They're trying to write themselves. No, but the thing is,
we know this. We know this
straight up.
But the math is going to speak for itself, family. So we don't even worry about the facts. We're just going off what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? And then we're just going to put it up with math. We know that. But let's just let them talk. Let's just let them say what they're saying, and let's just let the math say that. Okay, not us. Because we can say whatever we want, but math speak for itself. Now here. Yeah, now,
no. The thing is,
I'm going to pull up another article.
I like to destroy things with facts. It's all about facts.
But see,
everybody can have.
But see, this is what everybody used to. But that's what everybody's used to.
These two, you brought to me this thing about cheddar man. Okay, for one, cheddar is cheese, and it's a cheese ass theory.
Family. You keep going into facts, family. We're not talking facts. We're not talking facts at all right now, family. Just hold the facts.
Then what are we talking about? Theory? This is just a theory?
Yes, we're talking about their theory. We're talking about their words, what they're claiming, their story. That's it. And then we're going to use math to see if it holds up. That's all. So no comments, no extra spin, no I read no research, none of that.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I know that's very hard to do.
Let's get to the math then, because the thing about it is there's two universities, okay?
Okay.
Indianapolis and Massachusetts. They came up with two skulls. Okay, they have one skull that they basically created a black dude, and another school they came up with a Caucasian dude. Okay, so
right. But we know
hold on. We look at these two skulls. Hold on. We look at these two skulls, and we realize that these are prestigious universities that are doing these reconstruction, but none of those fucking two skulls look alike.
Right.
They don't look fucking like at all.
Right, we got that point.
Okay, so
we covered that in the beginning. We covered that in the beginning. Okay. Now let's go to the Ice Age, family. I would like this to be a nice little smooth story, not a bunch of you know what I'm saying, facts and
okay, hold on, but listen. So it's 10,000 years. Now you came to me and I read the article. It said 10,000 years, right?
Wait, family. I got something pulled up. Okay, we got the Ice Age, because in order to understand how the African became white, you have to understand the Ice Age. So we're doing the math on the Ice Age. Now,
yeah, but you're saying,
I pulled up
how
an article.
You say the African? hold on, hold on. How could you say the African came white when you said it was small monkey man that turned to a big monkey man and then he turned white?
No,
Then
he
you're
turned
saying we
into an
came from
African
monkeys.
first.
Is that what they're saying?
No, he turned into an African
Oh, so
first.
so that's what Darwin is saying.
Right.
That's
This is
what their
they're
Darwin
saying.
theory
Right.
is saying.
Right. So the small monkey man
Which is
turned into a big monkey man. Hold on, let me start over for the people just getting into the chat room. Okay. So according to theory, the small monkey man turned into a big monkey man, turned into an African, then turned into a Caucasian. And then somehow,
This is what they're saying.
Right, and then turned into Cheddar Man. So,
oh my God!
So, right, I know. Let's just stick to the facts, now. Just stick to it. Now, this is now.
Oh shit!
In order to understand the math that we're going to break down, you have to understand the Ice Age, because the Ice Age is what made the African turn the African into a European. Now, I pulled up this article. This article is from BBC. So we're just getting the math. We can care who claim it, because our math can be off to date by a couple cent or a couple. It still doesn't negate the fact. So now it says,
are you telling? Okay, hold on. Are you telling me they're teaching this shit down in the States right now to your children?
Family, yes, this is what we've been learning for the last 60 something years. This is what they're teaching us. This is everywhere.
You got to be fucking
people
joking.
People believe this as fact, because it's been people in universities and PhDs, and it's been so plastered all over the, all over our society, that many people can't think outside these theories. Anything outside these theories.
But nobody ever asks, where did the albino come from?
I don't know, fam. But we're not here to do facts. We're not here to do an investigation research. We're only here to break down the mathematics, fam. Okay?
We're just here to basically talk the bullshit that they're spitting.
No. We're just here to do the mathematics. So in order to understand,
so let's get
how
to
the
it.
European was so called made or whatever. So this is his part of the earth, because he come from Africa, and he was the first inhabitant of Europe. So Europe belongs to him because
it doesn't.
Family. I'm just talking their theory, family. This is not true shit, okay? Hold your damn horses, family. Okay.
It's hard.
This is what they teach, okay? So they're the first inhabitants of Europe, because they came out of Africa, and they survived the Ice Age. So therefore Europe belonged to them, because they was able to survive the Ice Age. And so in order to understand the Ice Age, we're going to break down the average story of the Ice Age. It says during the last 2.6 million years or so in the Quadratic period, the Ice Age, so-called Glacier Age, were time of extreme cooling of the Earth climate, where ice sheets and other type of glaciers expand and cover large areas of the land. Between Ice Age, there were warming interglacial periods, and we are now living during such time. There has been many ice ages during the last 2.6 million years, but when people talk about the Ice Age, they are often referring to the most recent glacial periods, which peaked about 21,000 years ago and ended about 11,500 years ago. So now we got some math. Okay, so
it ended 11,000.
Right.
Okay, so when did they say Cheddar Man came about?
Wait. Let me show you. So take 21,000 years ago is when it peaks. This is when it was at the height. So it peaks.
How do they know that?
Family. We're just doing math. That's it. We're just here to do the math. Okay. So it peaks about
let's get in it.
21,000 years ago. So I'm gonna need you to take 21,000 years ago, and I'm gonna need you to minus 11,500 years ago. Now, so we're taking 21,000 years. Matter of fact, let me bring up the article so you guys can read it, and so I won't look like I'm on some crazy shit. So I'm gonna
It's
bring up
10.
the article.
10,000 years, bro.
So we got 21,000 years where it peaked, and then we
So
got
just go 21 minus 11 is 10.
11,500 years ago. So this is when the ice age ended, 11,500 years ago. And so during this period, the African that you're gonna see on the screen had turned to a white person. So can you give me the number of that? How many years?
9,500.
Okay, so let's put that on the screen. So now
9,500.
9,500 years. This African man, because of the ice age, had turned into this man right here. This thing up here, a European, right? Now let's look at Cheddar Man, for example. Now let's look at Cheddar Man. Now, how old is Cheddar Man? So how old is Cheddar?
They say Cheddar Man is 10,000.
This source I'm about to show you is no hardcore source or anything like that, but all the articles and all the stuff that's on Cheddar Man is all about the same. You might, if you can spare me a couple years or so, sure, whatever. If they off a couple years, so be it. So
500 years. You okay? I'll spare you 500 years because it said 10,000 years is Cheddar Man.
Now Cheddar Man is 10,000 years old, right? 10,000 years. Okay, so that means, okay, 21,000 years ago. Okay, 21,000 years ago, the ice age was at its peak. It ended 11,500 years ago. Cheddar Man made it through the ice age with his melanin, family. So he was able to survive the ice age with his melanin. And so
it's just
right, he was able to survive. So he made it through, because remember, the ice age just ended 1,000 years before he popped on the scene. You see what I'm saying? 1,000 years before he popped on the scene, the ice age was ending. And so this guy made it out fully melanated. And so let's do the math on this. So you take 10,000 years. Okay. So now this is the math that we're going to do. Now you take 11,500 years. Okay. That's when the ice age ended. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 10,000 years, and we're going to see how long it took for this creature to turn to the modern day white folk. So that's what we're going to do. So 11,500 minus 10,000. What do you come up with? I'm gonna put it on the screen. What did you come up with?
Okay, so what are you trying to say?
11,500 minus 10,000. What do you come up with?
You said 10,500 minus 10,000?
No, 11,500.
Yeah.
Minus 10,000.
That'd be 1,000.
So what did you come up with?
Well, what you said 11,000, right?
Yeah, 11,500.
500 minus what?
Yeah. 15.
I can't hear you.
No, 11,500 minus 10,000. 11,500 minus 10,000. It should be around 15,000.
1,500.
Yeah, 15. Sorry, 1,500. So 1,500. Okay. So I'm gonna also put that on a screen, and you guys gonna see that.
Oh
Now
man,
this is gonna be kind of.
I'm trying really hard to hold my tongue because
I know, but
like,
please,
honestly,
please, let's
when-
do the math. Let's just do
when-
the math. Let the math speak for itself, because this is what people's used to. People's used to people coming up here saying their little opinion and getting their little spin off and getting their little politics and whatever agenda they got off, and they use no goddamn math. And so this is why everybody walk around here so goddamn dumb, because don't nobody use no math. Everybody using scholarship and books and parasite reading and all this other shit. And so we're going to use some math today.
So we got this.
So-
okay, let me
So 15,000 so 15,000 years Cheddar Man had turned into this guy. You see,
1500.
1500, which is Albert Einstein. So now, in case y'all missed this, right? In case y'all missed this, let's refresh now. Let's refresh. Now, the small monkey man. Okay, there was a small
This is
monkey man.
awesome.
Matter of fact, let me take everybody off so don't nobody get confused. All attention on the monkey man right now. So this monkey got up and started walking, and then he got buff. Look, he got buff. You see that? The little monkey man got buff, right? Got his little step on, you know what I'm saying? Put him a little fitted cap on, whatever. Okay? And so he popped up in Africa looking like this. Now we ain't gonna even do the dates on that because we don't even worry about that, right? So 9,500 years passed by, and guess who popped on the scene? And it's an ice age, okay? And it's an ice age, you guys, during the ice age. And then this guy popped on the scene. Now the ice age had ended, okay? The ice age had ended, and 1,500 years from that, Cheddar Man popped on the scene. Wow. So Cheddar Man still have melanin. So he made it through the ice age with his melanin, boys and girls. But yet evolution says that's impossible. Evolution says his nose became elongated, his melanin was lost, and his hair got longer. This is what evolution's told you. But what the British told you with the dark-skinned Cheddar Man is that he made it through the ice age, the so-called ice age, with his melanin. So now 1,500 years passed by, and guess who popped on the scene? Your boy Albert Einstein. So the modern day so this is supposed to be the modern day white folks. So this dark skinned guy, fully melanated in 15 years, evolved into a modern day white person. So now, but the sad part about it is that he switched colors. He went from dark to white to dark to white. How does evolution explain that? Okay, now let me run this by you one more time. Let me run this by you one more time.
No, please, no more.
No. I got to do this one more time because this is so damn ridiculous.
This is the fourth time, bro.
Now hold on.
The fourth time. I'm
this gonna be shorter. Okay,
right.
the small monkey man went to a big monkey man and went to an African. The African went to Europe because of an ice age. He had turned colors. So at the 9,500,
it's 120. 9,022, and I know for a fact there's only adults up here, man, and they're not stupid. I gotta kill it. Man.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna let you kill it. Fam. Hold on. So 9,000 years and 9,500 years passed by, and this African with the plate in his lip turned into this creature up here. This I don't know what the hell to even call it. Turned into this creature up here. Now this creature up here. Now we don't even know when he turned back. When he turned back to melanin, we don't really know when he transformed into Cheddar Man. So that part of evolution is missing, and also that part of the theory is missing. So he turned white, then he turned back black, and then 1,500 years later, then these people pop on the scene. So you guys can do the math on that. Like I say, I'm gonna leave my opinions to myself. I'm just gonna put the information out here. But Tenkara finna eat this shit alive. So go ahead, man. Go ahead. The shit. First off, look, the shit don't make sense. The shit don't add up. Okay, the shit don't add up.
Now,
how the hell? But hold on. How the hell did a person this black turn from this white, turn to this white in 9,500 years, and then come out the Ice Age a dark-skinned person? They said the Ice Age is the purpose of the evolution, but it shit didn't work. It's a complete lie. So somebody's lying.
Now,
somebody's math don't add up. You guys. Blame it on whoever you want to blame, but the shit does not add up to numbers. And then out of this guy, you get Albert Einstein. Okay, so
go ahead.
Okay,
I'm gonna ask you a question. Where did it come from?
The albino.
How is it possible that we can have albinos?
The albino. Yeah, the albino theory. We heard that. We heard all the theories. But we're breaking down their theories. And this is my main point, y'all. My main point is that don't nobody know where the fuck these people came for, and we should not classify them as humans. We should not classify them as Europeans, because Europeans tie them to a lands that they don't belong to. Now, I know it's kind of funny to say they're aliens or something like that, but You cannot be classified as human unless you have a 100% fact, a 100% authentic of where you come from. The numbers don't add up on their theory. I don't know if they know where they come from and they not telling us, or maybe they don't know but they telling us. But me, it's creepy as fuck. It just get more and more creepier to me as we crunch the numbers on this stuff. But it does not add up. You can see in the back the woolly mammoths coming in, and the Ice Age is ending when Cheddar Man popped on the scene. The Ice Age was over. The Ice Age was over 1,500 years ago. So his family made it out.
Question. Look at this. Can I say something?
Now, hold on 1 second. Keep this in mind.
100. Let's do this. 100 years.
Go ahead.
100 years is lifespan. Let's say the lifespan of one human being. Yeah. We'll just say 100 years. Can you just go with me for this?
Right.
Okay. Now, let's say that's one human being, 100 years. Okay. Now, let's say 10 people. That's 1,000 years. That's 10 each individual. 10 people having like 100 years each. That's just 10 people, right?
Right. Right, that's 1,000 years. So let me break this down for the people. So the math we're doing is we're saying that. Oh, peace to the chat, by the way. I'm sorry, I don't need to neglect y'all. I just was trying to get the shit in and get it over it. I didn't want no 7-hour long show. I was just trying to get the shit in, get it over with, and keep going. So peace to the chat. We got Carl, Victor in there. We got who else? We got. Let me see. Oh damn, it's 20 people. Damn.
Love looks.
Well, yeah. Peace to the chat. Peace to everybody watching. We got Ashley D in there. We got La Yell. We got Isola Latoya. We got Latoya. We got Copper Autonomous in there. Sorry y'all. I'm not that good with names. If I butchered your name, just bear with me. And so, but go ahead. So what is he saying is that 100 years is equal to one lifespan. So that's one grandmother. So in 100
or one human being, right?
Right, human being. Is one human being equal to 100 years? And so Cheddar Man turned into a modern day European in 1500.
Wait.
1,000.
You got 10 of them. No. He said it was 10,000 years, bro. It was only 1,500 years from 10,000. Because remember, you said the Ice Age ended in 11,000, right?
500, right.
11,500. So the 1500 came from you taking the 10,000 years where Cheddar Man came into, right?
Right.
And from the Ice Age. So in that 1500 years, right, Cheddar Man came, right? So I said, okay, take one person, that's 100 years. Now you have 10 people, that's 1,000 years, right? Now, to get to 10,000, right, that's 100 people. That's 100 generations, right?
No, it's only 1,500,
Okay.
fam. It was 1,500. It was 1,500 years. So that's 15 people. So in 15 parents, Cheddar Man turned into Einstein. This is the math that they're giving us. And so that's 15
No.
grandmothers, 15 grandparents, and he turned into Einstein. This is the math.
Yeah. No, but
Right.
you said Cheddar Man came on the scene 10,000 years ago.
Right, but he turned into a European. He turned into it. No. He came into the scene 10,000 years ago. Right,
Yes.
and so
So
10,000.
that's 100. That's
He
that's
came on the scene.
100.
He
That's
came on the scene
100.
10,000 years ago. Now what we did is we minus that times the Ice Age when the Ice Age ended, and so that's 15. That's 1,500 years from the ice from
Yeah,
his
but you
grandparents
can't-
living in the
that's-
Ice Age to now. So
But
I'm
you're not
sorry. I'm
seeing-
sorry.
you're
I did it wrong. I'm sorry. It's the European over here in the upper. I don't know what we gonna call this guy, but the Neanderthal looking creature. For him to get to Cheddar Man
Came
was
about
1,500 years. So
10,000.
there's 15 people in between, 15 grandparents that lived 100 to be 100 in between the Neanderthal looking
The Ice
creature
Age
and Cheddar Man.
and the Neanderthal.
Right. So it's between these
Mm-hmm.
two. So let me move that over because it messed me up. So between them two is 1,500 years from that creature to that creature. So that's 15 grandparents, right? Now from Cheddar Man to Albert Einstein, I'm sorry y'all, I don't have that math, but you can do the math. And so 15, that's
the thing is-
10,000
the
years.
thing
It's
about it
10,000 years ago. It's 10,000 years ago, basically. They said it's 10,000 years ago. So it took Cheddar Man to turn it to Einstein. It took him 10,000 years ago. But was there another Ice Age they not telling us about, or how the hell did
Was there even an Ice Age to be fucking begin with? I live up here where it's minus freaking 45 in the wintertime. And I'm dark as fuck.
right?
Okay?
So
The
that's
sun
10,000
doesn't shine as much. I understand that the sun doesn't shine as much, but honestly, when you get frostbite, you burn. Okay? You burn. Okay? And if anybody's ever seen frostbite, you burn and it turns black. Your skin turns black.
So we're gonna go 10,000
So
years
you have the
between.
Eskimos. You got the Eskimos up here that are still dark as fuck. Okay? And they've been here for thousands of years.
Okay,
So explain. You can explain where a light skinned human came from would be an albino, right? I know that these people, tell you the truth, these people have been like mostly animalistic because they've went around the world and fucked up the whole place. But tell you the truth, it's like
so what we gonna do, family?
We
Let's
don't
try to
know.
stick to the numbers, family. Let's try to stick to the numbers. We're gonna let him eat this shit up. We're gonna have some opinions at the end, but let's try to stick to the numbers. Now, so I want y'all to explain this number. Let's explain y'all these numbers one more time, just one more time, just for myself as well. So I make sure I'm doing it right. So I don't look at the video and go back and be like, man, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why we got 9,500 is because this was the amount of time that the African had turned into this Neanderthal creature right here. How we got that number is that the Ice Age, because the Ice Age is what made the African it turned into this creature. And the Ice Age goes back 2.6 million years ago, and it peaked at 200 million years ago, and it ended 11,500 years ago. Now 11,500 years ago, and Cheddar Man was on the scene 10,000 years ago. Cheddar Man was on the scene 10,000 years ago. And so, I'm sorry. So this is how we got the number 9,500, is because the end of the Ice Age was 11,000 years ago. So that means this African turned into the Neanderthal looking creature. It took them 9,500 years to do that. Now at the end of the Ice Age, 1,000 years end of the Ice Age, Cheddar Man popped on the scene. And so in between 11,500 years ago and 10,000 years ago, when Cheddar Man popped on the scene, is 1,500, is 1,500 years. So this means this Neanderthal creature turned into back melanated in 1,500 years ago. Now it took him 10,000 years to turn to Albert Einstein. Now let's crunch all these numbers up together real quick, and then we're gonna see how long it took for them to turn to morph into different colors. Now, can you do this real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let you butcher this shit real quick.
So basically, it's 21,000 years ago. They said that the Ice Age peaked. Okay,
right. Hey, family, let's crunch all these numbers up real quick, and I'm gonna let you butcher this shit. I'm just gonna let you go. My son will come. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go. So the Ice Age. Okay. So the Ice Age ended 11,500 years ago.
500, right, and then Cheddar Man came on the scene 10,000 years ago. So
right.
So in between the Ice Age and Cheddar Man is 1,500 years. That's where you got the 1,500 years from. Okay? But the thing is, like I said, if you put one human being has lived one generation, is say 100 years. Okay? And then you put them all, you have 10 of them, that's 1,000 years. Now you got 100 of them, that's 10,000 years. That's just 100.
Right.
Okay? So they're saying that these Neanderthals have been around for 100 generations. Or 100 generations ago, they were around.
Right. And then...
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And then 1,500 years ago, they turned back to Cheddar Man. So this is what they're telling us.
The thing about it is that they're still Neanderthals.
But
that's the thing. They still have that Neanderthal DNA. Why? Because when you look at the Netherlands, it's the Neanderthal land.
The Neanderthal land. So let's crunch this.
What I'm saying?
Actually, you know what? Let's crunch all the numbers together and how many numbers we come with. Because now remember, the African came on the scene. He went to Europe. The Ice Age was 22.6 million years ago. So,
but who said? That's the thing. That's a made up shit. It's all a theory.
Right. But what it does, it places them in Europe. So now it makes you believe that these guys are the first inhabitants of Europe because they're the ones who endured the Ice Age.
But they can't be the first inhabitants of Europe.
So the theory is perfectly set up for them.
But the thing is, they said that Africans came out of Africa and went into Europe. So Africans were the first ones in Europe.
Yeah, but Africans turned to them though. So Africans turned to them. So that means that because of their environment, they was the ones that can handle it. So it basically saying that shit, we earned it. We earned Europe. That's basically what they're trying to say. Shit, we earned it. We made it through the Ice Age. But then,
Okay, I have a question.
10,000
This
years
is what a
ago, you
question
come
for you.
up with a melanated dude.
Did they
Man, how the
earn?
fuck
Did
does
they
that work?
earn? Did they earn the Americas? Did they earn Asia? Did they earn India? Did they earn Africa? Or did they conquer, colonize?
Well, go ahead, fam. You can go ahead and butcher this shit. You can go ahead and butcher, and we can just head out whenever you feel like.
I just think it's all a bullshit because basically two universities came up with two different people and they got the same skull. Okay, so that just tells me straight up that their reconstruction theory is bullshit. Because let's give it to, how about you give that skull to 10 universities and see how many different people they can come up with. Okay, DNA, that whole DNA shit is all bullshit too. They don't have, even their own scientists say that they don't have the technology that's advanced enough to even figure out. Okay, they're saying, oh, they know the skin color and the eye color. Bullshit. Okay, they have no fucking clue. You can't take my fucking DNA and tell me that, oh, my eye color is this and my eye color is that, or my skin color is this and my skin color is that from my bones. You fucking kidding me? That's some bullshit. Genetic markers. Oh, because they took a whole bunch of Africans and a whole bunch of Europeans and Americans, and they're trying to put it all together. That's just another way to fucking, to tell you the truth, that's another way to clone you. Okay, they've been doing cloning since the 30s. Okay, right now they actually have admitted that when you go to get a CAT scan, that's just what do you call it? Copying your memories or your brain waves or whatever to put in there in all that man. The world is fucked up. That's all I know. The world is fucked up. But the thing is, I'm going to tell you people, stop listening to the bullshit. If you have children that are being taught in the educational system, tell them to do their homework. Their homework means that they can actually go and say, hey, you know what? Tell your teacher that they're teaching bullshit. Because if they're going to freaking be teaching me one thing, okay, and then I go home and do the research, right? After they did the search, I did the research and find out that this is all a bullshit lie, then your children, you got to hold your children down to make sure that they go back to school and say, hey, listen, I did the research and you're wrong. For real.
Hold on.
Then you have children. No, hold on. You have children using their brain instead of being drones, instead of being stupid and saying, oh, okay, I believe exactly what you say. This educational system is ran by private organizations that's making everybody into good slaves. That's it. Enough said.
Right, hold on for a second, because Cheddar Man got something to say. What you what you want to say, Cheddar Man? Get that shit over with.
What you saying?
Hold on one second.
What's he want to say?
Hold on one second. I got the baby with me. Because I got the baby with me. So. But yeah, you can keep going.
We are calling all Aboriginals.
Hold your children down. Make your children use their heads instead of like being drones.
All Aboriginals. Welcome to Aboriginal News. Please like and share. Also subscribe now. We're calling all Aboriginals. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ooga, ooga.
That was a little message from Cheddar Man, little ugly ass. Are you done, fam?
I'm done. I was done when we first started, and I saw the two pictures.
Hey, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. I got my 1-year-old. He woke up, so I gotta get out of here. Peace.
Peace.